If I had $1 for every time I wasn't exactly where I thought I'd be, I'd have, I don't know, like $40. We've all had a moment or two or three where we didn't feel like we were quite there yet. Hell, it might even be a perpetual feeling. But hey, at least we're all like this, right? I mean, never mind the fact that, I don't like the lighting on this side. I mean, put aside the fact that the world feels like an actual hellscape. Nobody our age seems to be able to afford housing, healthcare, or the general cost of living. Like, how many times a day actually are you thinking about your life and feeling like, damn, when will I get there? When will I be at that place that my mind, my standards, outside pressure, society, whatever, has projected upon me? If you're feeling behind in life, or like no matter how hard you try, the world is just against you, newsflash, you're not special. Do you know how hard I had to work to get to where I am? Well, no, Harold, I didn't have any practical advice. I mean, it was hard paying a $400 mortgage for a $75,000 house. That was hard for the time, but that was a smart thing to do. And you know how much it is now? Almost $3 million. I mean, just stop buying avocado toast. Y'all keep eating out every day like you're one of them billionaires you hate so much. Harold, I thought I told you to put this away. God, Jesus. Ever heard of hard work? It's like nobody wants to work anymore. If you're feeling like life ain't fair, get over it. I mean, with all the illegals they're getting out, there should be more jobs. If you don't like it here, just leave. Well, anyway, I'm gonna pray for y'all. God bless America. If my 38 years of life has taught me anything, it's that we'll probably never really feel like we've arrived. Because life is not a destination, you know? Life is just happening right now, in the present. I mean, how much time do you actually take to look around and appreciate how far you've come, or even just where you're at, especially if you haven't reached that next milestone yet? When we reach a big goal like getting a promotion, locking in the brand deal, it makes sense to celebrate. But how often do you pause and reflect on how much you've done, how much you're doing, how much you've gone through, just to get to where you're at? Right here, right now, in this very moment. I'm guessing it's not that often. Probably because living life or achieving a small goal doesn't feel like this big, monumental moment. Many of us probably even move goalposts before we have time to give ourselves a pat on the back. Have you ever seen the Pixar movie Soul? This is your official spoiler warning in 3, 2, okay, so there's this part where the main protagonist, Joe Gardner, finally gets his big break with esteemed jazz musician Dorothea Williams. After he plays his first gig, something he's been dreaming about his whole life, he's kind of like, that's it. So Dorothea tells him this story about a fish who's looking for the ocean. The young fish says to an older fish, I'm looking for this thing they call the ocean. The older fish says, the ocean? That's what you're in right now. This? The younger fish replies, this is water. I'm looking for the ocean. Basically, we're all searching for some sort of greater meaning or achievement. But life has meaning beyond just personal ambition or even some significant life purpose. Look, as a millennial born in the 80s who graduated college during a recession, worked multiple jobs while building a career, started a business with zero experience and failed so many times along the way, I've kind of become a master at just enjoying the ride. So if you need a big sis to help you realize that you're exactly where you're meant to be, I'm here for you. And just some food for thought, I'm still not exactly where I thought I'd be because naturally it looks different than what my mind and my expectations created. But here's my reality. I don't think I've ever been more self-assured, more excited about life, more appreciative than I am right now. Hello. Welcome to my messy mini vlog. Since I'm filming an entirely new style of vlog that you are currently watching, I thought it would be really interesting to share kind of behind the scenes of what the process has been like for me in real time, because it's been a time. I feel like I've been going through a big brand and content identity shift as of recently. I think a lot of you have followed me for Japan travel content, which I still love to share, but I'm feeling like this urge to go back to my roots and share just more of my creativity. And so since I have no idea what that looks like and I have no idea how I'm gonna move forward, yeah, I've just been struggling. Like this video has been probably one of the hardest videos for me to make. And my poor YouTube team has just been waiting on me to like outline this video, film the footage obviously, and then submit the footage. It's so weird because I am a content creator. I've been creating content for a really long time. I've been making videos since I was a kid, to be honest. And I think this
shift has been the hardest because there's so much weight behind it, and I also don't know what it looks like. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I want to show up or how I want to share, and so that's been really, really hard. Fun story, yesterday I spent all day filming. Like, I've been working this entire weekend only to come back to the content and realize I kind of hate it. Like, I'm gonna push through it, but I was like, oh my God, I hate everything. Part of the footage, like a segment of the footage, is genuinely unusable. Like, this whole concept that I had, it's not gonna work. Like, it's not salvageable. It's bad, y'all. Oh my God. I spent all day filming yesterday. I was so proud of myself for getting like everything done because I've been so behind on this project. And I just realized something. Let me show you. So this is an interview segment. You can totally see the monitor in my sunglasses. I mean, I'm not memorizing lines. I need the monitor to like see what I'm saying and what the script is. I feel so stupid. Oh my God. Like, it's just, there's no way, right? Like, I think I have to reshoot this whole thing. Oh my God. Well, this is a good lesson. Don't be stupid. But I also thought it makes for interesting content, right? I wanted to share with you kind of what it's like to figure things out, like in real time, especially because I ended up taking a step back and I'm gonna re-film some things tomorrow. And now I have some more fun ideas and different ways I can like amp up the content. The best thing I can do at this point is just finish the damn project, right? Like, I got this. So I am currently on my way to do a little pool day with my girlfriends. I'm excited to kind of step away from the project I've been doing. So come with me to spend the day with my girls at the pool. Girls with a Z. This is my setup. Okay, we're back. I am feeling so much more refreshed, and I feel like the fresh air was necessary. Going out to the pool with my friends was so necessary, and that really was amazing. I was able to talk to my team. Everybody's updated on everything, but we also got to like re-workshop a segment, and I'm feeling so much more confident and excited about that particular segment. So I'm playing 2 different characters today, actually 3 different characters. I added another segment, which I think will be funny. So yeah, I'm in the home stretch. Wish me luck, and I really hope you enjoy this video. Okay, let's do it. Hey sleepyheads, welcome back to Let's Get Cozy. I'm your host, Sugi Cavallari, and we are picking up right where we left off with our big sis, cozy connoisseur herself, and honestly, one of my favorite artists, Sugi XCX. We have been getting super real, talking about embracing all the messy middle moments in life and spilling all of that vulnerability. P.S. If you like my PJs, you can shop them. This is the Rococo set at Nindy. They're amazing. They're the most comfortable PJs I've ever owned. The owner is my friend. She's a badass woman-owned business, locally owned business. I'm actually being serious. These are the comfiest PJs I own, and my friend does actually own this company. So if you want to check out the Rococo set from Nindy, she has so many really cool patterns. And yeah, let's get back to it. Okay, so before the break, we were talking about how we live in a society that demands instant gratification, same-day delivery, AI chatbots, going viral overnight. So back to the topic of like self-pressure and trusting that you're exactly where you need to be. How do you deal with impatience in achieving your goals? Well, I've kind of had to learn that when you're building something sustainable, when you're in it for the long run, it's in your best interest to focus less intensely on the gratification, the end result, and more on building a solid foundation. Preach, girl, that is so real. We're all accustomed to getting there so quickly. I mean, the cool kind of reassurance about relentlessly working toward your dreams is that while you're putting in the time and energy, anything can still happen in an instant. I love that. So then how do you actually build trust in yourself that you're on the right path, or like that you're steering yourself in the right direction? Probably the most important relationship you can build is trust with yourself. I'm a huge believer that our inner compass, our intuition, already knows what we want and need. And I feel like we're just kind of taught to stop listening to what we want or need in exchange for what society thinks we should be doing or what we think we should be doing. Things are very likely not ever going to go exactly how you envisioned or planned. Oh my God, so true. You can't really learn to trust yourself unless you listen to yourself first. Thank you. That is seriously so insightful. What do you say to someone who's going through like a quarter life crisis or someone who's feeling like behind, like they haven't figured it out yet? Well, I'm one of those weirdos who has always accepted and been comfortable with the fact that I know nothing. Like, I don't know what I don't know, right? Okay, valid. Exactly. So why do we put so much pressure on ourselves to have it all figured out, especially at the age of 25 or 35? We learn through life, so we can only become wiser by admitting what we don't know and what we are open to learning. I think we'll always be learning. My dad found love again in his 70s. My mum is thriving in her second career in her late 60s. I have friends that have become first-time mums and they're almost 40. It's never too late. That's the beauty of it. It's time to settle in for a little Sugi story time. This is a tale of one of the most formative seasons of my life, something that changed literally everything: my lifestyle, my mindset, my tolerance levels, my partnership. So let's take it back to 2022. Wait, I realized I should give you some quick context. Okay, so I've owned a marketing agency for over a decade, many highs, many lows, many important lessons, none of which I take for granted. Okay, so anyway, back to 2022. Derek and I were actually having a really good year in our business. We had just moved to a new city. Our business was steadily growing. We had multiple team members and a solid client roster with some really fun projects. It felt like we had finally found our footing. Running a sustainable, successful business is hard, y'all. It comes with all sorts of challenges and so many curveballs. And this particular year was a year that we actually thought we could start trying for kids because we could finally afford health insurance. Mind you, I was 34, which felt late at the time. We just felt like financially stable enough to finally build a life, especially after surviving COVID as business owners. Then something even more amazing happened. We got offered a really cool opportunity with one of our startup clients, which meant a larger paycheck for both of us and a new career path. The only caveat was that we had to scale back the agency a bit, but we believed in it so much. I mean, we even invested our own money. The possibility of this moment changing our lives felt too significant to pass up. I mean, it did change our lives, just not in the way we thought. The startup lost funding. We lost our investment, obviously. 2 years of sweat equity, gone. And to top it all off, we got news that we had to abruptly move out of our condo. We were basically immediately put into a vulnerable situation, and I kind of fell back into survival mode. It felt like everything came crashing down all at once. I used to replay the events that led up to that moment over and over again in my head. I mean, so did Derek. We really felt embarrassed. We felt like we failed. We felt a lot of shame. But little did I know at the time it would become, yes, one of the most challenging, but also important moments of my life. I know, I keep saying that. Needless to say, I learned a lot. These are the most practical lessons I learned. 1, own your decisions. For better or worse, when you make a decision, you gotta own that shit. Of course you can feel disappointment when you make a mistake, but then keep it moving because that's really all you can do. 2, when life presents challenges, try to get as creative as you possibly can. Be relentlessly curious. Brainstorm every possible solution, workshop the best ones, and then choose the decision that makes the most sense for you. I will die on this hill. There are multiple solutions to a problem, okay? 3, figure out how and where you can shift your perspective. You can't always control what happens in life, but you can control how you make the most of it. I know that is so much easier said than done, but whenever times are tough, my go-to is, how can I mind hack this? And number 4, the scariest moments can sometimes present the biggest blessings. Life doesn't always happen the way you'd expect, and I know this is some woo-woo shit, but whatever is meant for you will not miss you. Oftentimes, Unexpected moments are disguised as gifts. If this tower moment had never happened, it's a tarot thing. Derek and I never would have lived out our dream of being digital nomads. It was actually a dream we had kind of let die a few years back, but we were suddenly given an opportunity to travel the world, which, by the way, I acknowledge is such a privilege in and of itself. So we did that for 8 months. Honestly, I learned how feasible it can be to live frugally and travel, especially when you're not tied to physical baggage and bills for like water, cable, electricity, and I really learned how to adapt to a completely new lifestyle. Derek and I learned how to truly trust each other and depend on each other, how to deal with every aspect of collective stress together. We learned how to be scrappy. We also got creative about like how to make a living. It really strengthened our partnership in a way that we never would have been able to experience otherwise. I learned so much about myself and my own resilience, and I kind of realized I had a newfound deep desire to build travel into my career. I mean, I started creating travel content, which now allows me to travel as part of my freaking job. I was so tied to things. I was so tied to having a home, but this shift gave me a whole new perspective on autonomy. It helped me prioritize new income streams so that we could properly prepare for unpredictable moments. I mean, I've become a better businesswoman and a more well-rounded human. It also helped me realize that we have time. Time to make a big change, time to plan for a family, time to go after a different dream. It's kind of like everything I was hoping some outside source would give me, I was able to create for myself all along. This moment that felt like our dreams were shattered, like actually turned into new dreams being born. I'm serious. And now my life has genuinely changed for the better because I've learned how to trust myself and trust that no matter how I think it's supposed to look or what I'm supposed to do or where I'm supposed to be, I'm exactly on time. I know it's cheesy, but without going through this intense situation in my life, like I wouldn't have learned this, you know? So I'm glad to share it with you because trust me when I say you are exactly on time too.